We have already talked about the scope of accounting standards, the coverage of accounting standards. Accounting standards will play a significant role in your financial reporting and auditing paper, and I told you students can expect that sometimes questions ranging up to 50 to 60 marks can be raised from accounting standards only. And for this we are having a small discussion on accounting standard 16, that is borrowing costs. Now friends, accounting standard 16, borrowing costs. Before you know anything about this standard, first try to understand the objective of this accounting standard. When an enterprise incurs borrowing cost, how these borrowing costs should be treated in the accounting records. That is, the primary objective of accounting standard 16 is to prescribe the accounting treatment of the borrowing costs incurred by the enterprise. When an enterprise borrows funds and incurs cost incidental to that, we say that the enterprise has incurred borrowing costs. How these borrowing costs should be treated in accounting records, that is the primary objective of this accounting standard. Now, before we start up with the exact discussion, we need to understand the background of why this kind of accounting standard was required. Now friends, usually borrowing cost will be charged off as an expense in the statement of profit and loss. But sometimes when borrowing costs are incurred specifically in relation to a particular asset, that is to construct an asset or to prepare an asset, then such borrowing cost may also be capitalized to the cost of the asset. So our objective over here is to primarily understand whether the borrowing cost should be capitalized or charged off to revenue. So the key criterion over here is the matching concept. Matching concept in accounting requires the cost should match with their relevant and related benefits. The cost should match with benefits. If the asset is under construction, you are incurring cost on that asset, but you are not obtaining any benefit now. So this cost, if you charge off to profit and loss account, it will not be appropriate, because cost is being incurred now, benefit will be derived in future. So it is more appropriate to capitalize the cost, that is the borrowing cost, to the cost of the asset, and such asset once completes, once it is ready for its use, ready for its intended use, the asset will be used and it starts providing related and relevant benefits, and that is the time when the borrowing cost can be charged off to revenue. But prior to that stage, the borrowing cost incurred by the enterprise, it would be more appropriate to capitalize this borrowing cost. This has been the basic criterion at the back of this accounting standard 16. So now, before introduction of accounting standard 16, various enterprises were following their own policies of capitalization. Accounting standard 16 standardized the practices of borrowing cost capitalization, that is basically how to treat the borrowing cost, has been very clearly covered under AS 16. AS 16 defines two terms. Number one, borrowing costs. The title of the standard itself has been defined. The term borrowing costs has been defined as interest and other costs incurred by the enterprise in connection with borrowing of funds. I repeat, it is interest and other cost incurred by the enterprise in connection with borrowing of funds. So when an enterprise incurs borrowing cost, what are the exact inclusions in borrowing cost has been specified in paragraph 4 of AS 16. Paragraph 4, it mentions what are the specific inclusions in the borrowing costs. So basically borrowing costs have been defined as interest and other cost. So what is included in that scope of the word other cost has been explained under para 4. Once we come to paragraph 4, we'll try to understand what are various inclusions in borrowing costs. So Borrowing costs are interest and other costs incurred by an enterprise in connection with borrowing of funds. The second definition that is given by the standard is that of a qualifying asset. What are qualifying assets? Now, before we understand the definition of qualifying assets as per AS 16, it is more appropriate to know what exactly is meant